Ой. Сім. Дев'ять. То що хочеш ще тоді.
Dear subscribers, we have filmed over 250 videos for you. Reading your comments and suggestions, I have gathered the 100 best recipes into a single book with photos, videos, and tips. Our website is in the description. The book is available in different languages for everyone. Try 100 simple recipes from Carpathian cuisine. Thank you. May God grant you good health.
Czekajcie, zaraz wam zamknę.
Dear subscribers, we have filmed over 250 videos for you. Reading your comments and suggestions, I have gathered the 100 best recipes into a single book with photos, videos, and tips. Our website is in the description. The book is available in different languages for everyone. Try 100 simple recipes from Carpathian cuisine. Thank you. May God grant you good health. Dear subscribers, we have filmed over 250 videos for you. Reading your comments and suggestions, I have gathered the 100 best recipes into a single book with photos, videos, and tips. Our website is in the description. The book is available in different languages for everyone. Try 100 simple recipes from Carpathian cuisine. Thank you. May God grant you good health.
Yeah. Ай, ну що, сам не знаєш, що робити. Ну, будь чесно. Куш, Вітя, куш. Ось туди.